election night. But there'll be more votes coming in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I really expect that both Jill and Kevin's leads will bump up a bit from where they are tonight. And that's, we could always be shocked, but that's very standard. That usually happens. People on our side, they like to vote on election day, and so we would expect that their margins will bump up a little from where they are now, and but congratulations to both of you. It's going to be amazing. Oh, Joe, come in here.
You know more than the rest of us.
Joe McLean. Everybody here is feeling good. What did you see? Tell me what you saw.
Well, up till 6 o'clock, we had people registering to vote tonight. After 6 o'clock, it pretty much died down. And then I had a gentleman call me that wanted to vote in this election. And I went and pulled a ballot for him and drove it out to his house because he could not make it into the office. I actually was not in the office. Didn't hear you, but
I said we shouldn't clap until we know how that guy voted.
We'll never know.
We will never know due to voter secrecy, and I'm not telling. No, it was a great day. It was actually really quiet in the office, and I owe that to the fact that we had almost 60% or 66% of the ballots already in on elections on the day of the election. We had over 34,000 ballots cast as of this morning.
Wow.
In the 2016 election, we only had 29,000 ballots returned.
Wow.
We had 5,000 more ballots returned before election day this year. So I think that's the only reason it was actually fairly quiet in our office. I did get a report that Pierce County had a line that went clear up onto I-5.
Oh my. Oh, wow.
With people waiting to vote. People wanted to vote this election. So great news. Everybody's turning out. Tomorrow will be a big day for my staff and I. We'll be out picking up ballots, and hopefully we will have another 11,000 ballots coming into the office between the post office, the ballot boxes, and that way we hit that 90% total.
Yes.
I want to see 90%. I want to create history in Grays Harbor County.
All right.
And that's where we're at.
Kevin as the next two counts come in?
What's that?
What do you expect for Jill and Kevin?
I can't predict the future.
That's not his rule.
And that's not my role. I just count the ballots as they come in. And, you know, where the chips fall is where the chips fall. Right now, I mean, looking at the results right now, Jill and Kevin are both in good spirits. You know, and we have a few other races that we have to think about too in our county. We've got some fire districts and school districts that are on there too that we need to look at. But all the races that we had almost 30,000 ballots turned in that were actually ran through the tabulators this last week.
Fancy new machine for counting ballots.
Well, the tabulator's not new, but the sorting machine is. Yes, it's a very fancy new machine, and it's very awesome. That thing is just, it's spectacular to have that machine in Grays Harbor County. A lot. Well, you figure what you've sat and watched, we would still be working on those that are in there through next week if we didn't have that. So having 30,000 ballots actually turned, 34,000 turned in, and 30,000 of them actually tabulated on election day, that's huge.
These are like record numbers. It's amazing.
I mean,
there's 4,000 not tabulated yet.
well, it's not really 4,000 that's not tabulated. We have some that are suspended. We have some that are on hold because of challenge signatures or no signatures. Now, the suspended ballot, what that is somebody requested a replacement ballot but returned the ballot that was first sent to them. So when they requested the replacement ballot, it suspended the first ballot, but they returned the first ballot that was suspended, and then we have to do research to be able to count that ballot to verify that they didn't return a second ballot or didn't register in another county or anything.
This is all to prevent fraud from
Bingo. That's our biggest goal, is to prevent fraud. which is why we challenge voter signatures. It's because we can't determine that it was your ballot for 100% certainty. So if we're sending that signature no match form to you, it's to show that we're looking at every single signature and to show that you voted your ballot, not somebody else stealing your ballot trying to vote it for you, like the news media tries to say a lot of times. It's a preventive measure to make sure that we do not have fraud in our election system in the county and in the state.
And it's so key. I mean, Joe is running such a clean shot to where Grays Harbor was historically. And what happens when you run a clean shot? More people vote because they believe their vote will be counted.
You know, I would really love to say it's because I'm in office that more people voted, but we know that's not true. It's because of who's on the ballot this year.
What's your best guess on number of ballots that are still to be counted?
I really couldn't even give you. We picked up YMCA today. There was probably 700 ballots in there by 9 o'clock this morning. Oh, it holds a lot more than that. The Aberdeen ballot box, well, that was blinding. The Aberdeen ballot box only had probably about 300 ballots in it tonight, 250, 300, right around there. We ended up having to empty that box tonight because somebody had jammed the door shut to a point where it actually bent the lock, and we couldn't secure the door, so we ended up doing it, emptying it tonight.
3,000, 4,000, 5,000, what? Say it with confidence and we'll believe you.
I could say anything with confidence, but it's just going to be a prediction, and I'm predicting that we will see, in between the mail, the ballot boxes, I'm predicting that we'll see at least 10,000 more.
All right. Wow. All right. I don't want to finish too before anyone goes. I want to acknowledge Sue Peterson is here. Sue, come forward. Sue's a statewide candidate. She is running for Commissioner of Public Lands. Sue, you want to say a few?
I'll just say a few. What I really want to say is that King County should secede from the state of Washington. And then a lot of people will be happy. Including me.
All right, thanks.
And I do totally agree with that.
So, Patty, to answer your question before, Joe really can't make predictions. I can. I think that both Jill and Kevin are going to see their margins bumped by at least a couple of points.
Yes.
If there are 10,000 out there, then Randy will need to take 54% of those in order to win. And he got 48%?
About 48, yeah.
And there's nothing that would indicate he would go up by 6% late in the campaign. So if there are fewer than 10,000, then the percentage goes up.
And Jamie isn't going to catch up to Jill.
No, I think in both cases they're going to pull away.
So I think you're pretty solid.
But we can do some ballot rehab if we need to. If you're interested in helping with that, contact me.
Just that the Trump.
Everybody knows Lisa Zabrak's the county
Trump
chair.
on Ohio? What they're talking about. Trump.
You know, if we need to, if it's looking close, we will definitely get out and go to the
Biden take care of that? I'm gonna check it out
say,
for
hey,
sure.
you know,
I think it's a good exercise to do anyway. Even though Kevin's margin is likely to get better, it's close enough. I think we should do ballot rehab for Kevin just to do it, to do the exercise of checking those ballots. And it's a good way to pick up. And then what we can do is we can sort the challenge ballots to make a logical guess of the ballots most likely to favor Kevin, and make sure those get rehabbed.
and I'll be getting a list from the WSRP that is going to say who they think we need to hit first.
And those are usually ballots where the signature didn't match, so Joe's machine kicks them out.
Or they forgot to sign it.
So we'll go, we'll rehab those ballots, and we'll make sure they get counted, and
I just
that'll
can't
help you bump up even
fathom
more.
how they
You'll
can
just
say
have two different affidavits. If they were missing a signature or it didn't
Because
match,
it's rigged.
they have to re-sign it.
Because if
And
you
then
look
we
at
will
all of
return
this,
those to
there's
Joe's
more red
office.
counties
So that's
than
how
there
that
are
works
blues.
for the rehab.
But listen, I mean, you're in great shape. My first time running, I was down on election night, and we had to grind it out to a thin win. So you're at the half, you're ahead. All right, well, thanks everybody for coming. You don't have to go. I just know a few people, Rich, and had to get home. So please stay and finish eating the sandwich and food, and enjoy yourselves. It's been a good night. Thank you.
Thank you for having us, Jen.
Hi, Rob. Do you have me on tape?
Considering the 19th, they've always said that there's.
I'm not live streaming.
Oh, you're not live streaming.
I'm
Like, hey, let me talk.
I tried that one time.